following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Pete in Long Island. Hey, Pete, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Good evening, and I want to give you a big thank you. Last night I called for your advice, and you gave me such wonderful and correct information. If you remember, I was short 3 gold stocks,
yes.
NEM, AU, and AEM.
Right.
And based on your opinion, you've been right on the mark with this. Boy, it was wonderful, Tom. I got to be honest with you. It's unbelievable what you're doing for your radio listeners.
Oh, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great weekend, folks. It's a TGIF. Be strong. Go with your heart and believe in miracles, because anything can and will happen. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 5, NASDAQ up 8, S&Ps are down 5.5, gold contract down $16.30, traded at $1,087 an ounce. Silver down 27 cents at $14.70 an ounce. Platinum down 10 at $9.39 an ounce. Copper off $0.015 at $2.23 a pound. Light sweet crude down down 83 cents, $44.37 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year down 24.6, 126.02, 30-year off 1.216, 152.14. King dollar up 1,245 ticks, 99.29. The euro's down 144 at 107, and the yen is trading at 123.23. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. You got it. It's subtle out here, folks. It's subtle, but guess what? This baby is rolling, and it's rolling. And here's the subtle part of it: you're rolling with volume. You know, we've done 85 million shares out here today. Yesterday we did 78 million. You get the roll on the 3 black crows, which were established on the 20th, 21st, and 24th of August, are in play right now. We're at 209.58. We'll see how this baby shakes out as we come into the close. I don't expect any large down move. All you need is this roll that is happening right now. NDX 100. What do we have with the NDX 100? Same type of setup in the NDX. NDX has done, the Qs have done 25 million shares today. We had 25 million yesterday. This will come in about 27 million. Now, the Qs haven't failed on price. The Qs would have to get under 114.39. You know, intraday, we got down to the 113.76. I suspect that is not going to get down that far. It's going to be sometime next week that we come into that level. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Bottom line, gold goes downtown, has 179,000 contracts. Now it's going into 190,000. So you get down there, you had lighter volume. They got the price destruction going. You're at 1088, and what that game right here is, bottom line, is at out of lows. You know, you're talking about 1079 lows. That is game out here inside the gold market. We go over and we take a look at the GLD. What you have with the GLD, that pullback with 6 million shares. Now, the GLD, it's pulling back with dramatically lighter volume. If we bring this back up, we put this on a monthly basis, what you're going to see is that you're coming back into the 2009 level. Well, actually, first I'll put it on a weekly basis because that would give us much more clarity week by week. So on a weekly basis, you're coming back into, well, this is pretty intense, actually. this is wild. So check this out. It's 193 million shares you're coming back on, and is that right? Oh, let me do it again. I believe that's right. That'd be crazy. It couldn't be that much. It must be 19 million shares. 1 second. No, it's 155 million shares. Yeah, it's 155 million shares. And we are coming back on, put this in here. Yeah, we're coming back on 33 million shares. That's a good setup. That's a good setup. So, King Dollar. Let's go over to King Dollar. We take a look at King Dollar. We have a King Dollar. King Dollar ABC structure in the way up. That had already taken out its B point, took it out with volume. That was established on the 28th. You went higher today. You took out the swing points of 98.62 today. A to B equals C to D on this baby is 1.00. I expect you're going to see that. Now, what is it all about? The jobs number, folks. Jobs come out, bottom line, good jobs number. That's the first part. Second part was that the wages actually went up also. We've been talking about inflation. You got inflation out here, which also just happened. Let me pull up GM, because the automakers, and depending on how long you've been in the markets, the automakers, bottom line, when inflation is raging, they are always the first ones out here attuned to what's happening, because what seems to happen is that the auto sales have never been so big. It seems like that always comes down first. The automakers, the manufacturers themselves, making money hand over fist. The automakers know it, and bottom line, that's when it all starts. So Ford and the United, this just come across the tape too, by the way. Ford Company, United Automaker, and the United Auto Workers just reached a 4-year agreement. And it's going to provide across-the-board raises for 52,900 hourly workers. Big number. Let's see. Once we get what I want to get out of this, I want to get, okay, the settlement with Ford comes after UAW reached an agreement with GM that was richer than the contract and negotiated with the less profitable Chrysler. The GM deal included a signing bonus of $8,000, double what the senior members of the Chrysler deal received, extended medical benefits for entry-level workers. So the Fiat deal is going to cost automakers $2 billion over 4 years. We'll see what the Ford deal ends up costing. Okay, here we go. Ford's average labor cost, including benefits, is about $57 an hour, $10 more than the operations for Fiat or Toyota, and $2 more than GM. They haven't got a raise in a decade. It doesn't say yet what they're going to get, but bottom line is that inflation's out here, folks. That's the bottom line, and I expect you're going to see more of it. Let's go over and take a look at the bond market. What do we have with bonds? Okay, 10-year took out its swing point, took out the lowest swing point. 30-year, however, didn't take out that lowest swing point. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 6, Nasdaq's up 7, S&P's are down 5.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here, folks. You have Facebook down $1.50. Men's Warehouse, they're toast, man. That's down $17. That's down 33%. You have NVIDIA up $3.81. Qualcomm is up $2.50. Qualcomm got whacked yesterday. Charles Schwab is up $2. You have Weight Watchers up $5.70. And if you want to see VRX, we take a look at Valiant Pharmaceutical. This is pretty intense, folks. And this playbook goes over and over and over again, inside the marketplace. And what it is specifically is this. Valiant, of course, has been a mess. Bottom line is that we'll find out whether they've cooked their books or not. What you do have is that Valiant in the last 3 months have gone from $263. Yesterday we hit a low out here of $73. Now, inside the Wall Street Journal yesterday, there was just a great article about Ackerman, about the CEO of Valiant, about how Ackerman doubled down. Well, he didn't double down. He ended up buying another 2 million shares when the stock was at 105. Ackerman, if we go back and we take a look at this, what you have is this. So when you take a look at this, Ackerman through Pershing is registered owning 19.4 million shares. Okay. Now, all that said and done, that article in the Journal yesterday, and we were bringing it up in the morning show and the afternoon show, that was a nice catalyst for all the rest of the sharks on Wall Street to go after Valiant. Bottom line, they went after it with a vengeance. Meaning, when I say going after it, just sell it away, okay? This morning, what comes out this morning, folks, is that Goldman Sachs, who is the broker-dealer for the CEO, was unloading 1.3 million shares, and what that was all about is that they had lent $100 million to the CEO, longer time ago. That was the collateral. This is what is a trip on Wall Street in general. So if you picture this, I want you all to picture that, you're Goldman Sachs, right? You work for Goldman Sachs, whatever. Do you know how many people inside Goldman Sachs, and probably more than that, knew that there is 1.3 million shares out there as collateral for a $100 million loan? And what seems to happen, which is just crazy, if you remember, whether it's WorldCom, even these folks that may not be doing the right thing inside their company. They end up taking shares, run the shares up, get debt on the shares, and then get wiped out. Okay? It's just absolutely amazing. Well, bottom line is, it came out this morning that basically they sold them out. And, you know, we'll see. And just so you understand something, when you get the sellout, the sellout specifically, the sellout specifically has to do with, that means it's a total wipeout for the equity owner, because they don't sell you out, okay, unless that's what it comes down to. And then the broker-dealer itself would basically be losing money, and that's why they sold them out. We go take a look at the some of the Dow stocks out here. This is what we have inside the Dow stocks. Do you know there's no sound in the den? Okay, so some of the Dow stocks, we have IBM down 52. You get Boeing off 15. Oxy is down 54. Let's go over and take a look at the futures market. Inside the futures market, this is what you have. Gasoline is up 0.4%. We get sugar down 0.2. Crude oil's off 1.5. Gold's off 1.4. Copper is down 0.6%. If we do go over and we look at that dollar, the dollar had already taken out the B point, taken it out with volume. We take this back and we put this on a longer basis. This is what you have on a longer basis. Okay, so your next leg up here, get you 100.23. Let's see if we got something else up here. Okay, so this is going to get, you know, as the dollar approaches this 100 area, folks, what you can get is this. You know, if this, man, this could be a larger ABC structure on the way up. Man, this would be a trip if this is what it is. Okay, so check this out. So if, in fact, this is a larger ABC on the way up, man, this is going to be intense. This is why. Because the A point on this would be 79, and the B would be $1. That's 21 cents. That would get you to $1.11. Hey, we'll find out when it gets up there, man. You know, because we've consolidated at this space for 3, 6, 9, almost a whole year. Yeah, it would be a year in January. You know, so, and it wouldn't take a lot. This is what's really bizarre about this. It wouldn't take a lot to take out this B point, and if that's the case, man, that would be about as intense as you can get. And so the odds that the Federal Reserve goes up in December have gone from a 50-50 basis to 70% basis. The number I'm giving to the 70% basis, folks, has to do with the Fed funds futures rate. And what that's all about is the jobs picture. What is still going to be really bizarre is that if, in fact, we do go up, we are going to have rates that are extraordinarily high compared to the rest of the world. Right now, the 10-year is at 2.3. If we go to the UK, that's pushing 2 now, but still in France. Well, France went up pretty dramatically, too. France just went from 0.8% up to 1%. Germany's still at 0.6%. Italy's at 1.7. You know, all in all, this is kind of what has happened here coming across all of these rates today is that they've gone up right across the world. So that very well may mean that we are going up, and even though Europe is saying that they are going to be going down, it looks to me like what we're going to have is that we're going to have inflation running, and with inflation running, they have to go up. The amount. So watch how this shakes out. If in fact, my take is that inflation is running, and it's running big. And where I'm going with that, I'm going with food, clothing, wages. Because what is going to happen is that energy itself will not bring the CPI down starting in January. Because if we go back and we take a look, that the CPI has come down dramatically, folks. And the reason, well, one of the main reasons is that energy has come down so dramatically in the past year. That being said, what is going to happen come January is that is not going to be the case anymore, because that is when oil itself would be at a price point of exactly a year ago where we were. See, if we go back to last December, that's where we're, well, actually, December, no, January 1st. You got to go back to January. So starting this January, we're at $46 the first week of January. We're at 44 right now. So what you're going to get there in 60 days is that the energy is not going to help the CPI. When you have the energy not helping the CPI, food costs have gone up across the world 3.6% last year. I suspect they've gone up a lot more than that. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 5, Nasdaq's down 8, S&Ps are up 5.5. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
If you're looking for a great opportunity to diversify your financial portfolio and hedge against the falling stock market, consider the new market-safe Metals Hedge CD from Everbank. This 5-year indexed U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to metals with gold and silver components and allows you to hedge against falling equities with a short component on the SPY ETF. You can earn up to 45% capped upside payment at maturity if gold and silver increase in value and the SPY ETF decreases across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on the CD. Don't let fallen markets get you down. Get the Metals Hedge CD. The November 12th funding deadline is quickly approaching, so hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow Industrials up 13, Nasdaq up 10, S&P's down 4, and as we do every Friday afternoon, we get our man, Mr. Dave White, our tech expert at TFNN. Don't forget, folks, Dave has a great show every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. In fact, all the programming at TFNN, folks, get right on your cell phone. TFNN.mobi. We do live programming 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the evening on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We do 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to get the audio, just go to TFNN.com. You want to get the video, go to TFNN.com TigerTV.com. You hit the right-hand side, Tiger TV. It'll bring it right up. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, apparently large volume.
Yeah, subtle and large, right.
Up and down. This has been the kind of volume that we haven't seen for a long time, other than, huge days. But I mean, for a day where we've got the S&Ps off 4 points, we're doing pretty smoking volume.
Yeah,
So
no doubt.
There's no shortage of it. And the problem, of course, is that any stock you have seems like, especially in tech stocks, can either be up or down 20% by the time the bell closes, right? The next gap up in the morning, and you're up 20% or you're down 20%.
Well, the only ones I've seen that are up 20% were two. I mean, down 20%, yeah, I'll give you a dozen of them.
They're more down than up, but it is kind of an interesting market that we talked about early 1999. I'm kind of thinking more late 1999 than the way a lot of these stocks are behaving, but that's just me. But certainly no end to intraday trading. For what's going on this week, FireEye came out with earnings this week and got pretty much hammered. To me, it's very interesting to see exactly what the CEO said in his speech, or not his speech, but his conference call.
Yeah.
He was basically saying that one of the big reasons that they were down was that the Chinese truly have slowed down their hacking, and therefore there's less demand for his actual product.
But why didn't so FireEye, folks? Okay, this is a security software type of deal. But my understanding of FireEye is that you'd have longer-term contracts anyway, so it wouldn't be right. I think the guy's making an excuse myself, but
I think it's an excuse. But I think a better analogy is the gas station that just got robbed that never had CCTV television, and they get the CCTV the day after they've been robbed.
Yeah.
And
right.
That's exactly what's going on with FireEye, and since so many people, or at least they've laid off for the last couple of months.
But this stock's going from 93 to $20.
No doubt about it. I'm just saying what he said, right?
Yeah, no, I understand. What I'm trying to figure out is that why? Really why?
I think I've been spouting this kind of idea, which is that it is very much like the CCTV business was for retail bodegas. And
what is the CCT business?
CCTV, closed circuit television.
Okay.
Remember that 25 years ago, nobody had closed circuit television in the gas stations. Now everybody has 20 screens.
I see. Okay.
Cameras. What really happened were a bunch of lawsuits, and the lawsuits eventually forced all the owners to buy them. They couldn't get insurance without it.
I see. Okay.
And I keep on seeing the kind of an analogy to security companies and their software, in that these big CEOs just say it's an expense, and it is expensive, but it's an expense I can live without unless someone's going to literally, through a lawsuit, force me to own and continue to buy these fairly expensive systems to add on to what I already have. I don't understand. I mean, if I'm a CEO, I can see a lot of guys going, I really don't understand all those computer systems anyway, and why don't the people that I have hired already, why can't they keep me safe already?
I wonder how this works when you, like, if you're up in the cloud, right? So the folks that are up in the cloud, depending on what cloud you're using, more than likely that they have systems like this already in place in the cloud, right? So I'm wondering does that hit a lot of their businesses? It's less expensive doing it that way. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, there's a couple things to look at. One is that FireEye is different than CyberArk and Pan West, but it is. That's why they're kind of the most interesting to me. You remember Red Adair?
Yes. The firefighter, right.
Right. When everything blew up and was on fire, they'd call him.
Yes.
FireEye is very much like that. And that's where kind of where the name comes from. Okay. So they get a lot of phone calls when everything has gone to hell. Yep. In basket. And that's kind of why he's saying there weren't enough oil well fires this quarter. Wow. And so we're down. Okay. But at the same time, they should be contracted. It shouldn't be just, I think we're going to get robbed this month, so we'll have FireEye, right?
Right.
And that comes back to I'll put it this way. I know they're not selling product, but is the question, why aren't they selling product? Is it the product itself, or is it that CEOs still will not spend the money to do it? And I'm really starting to lean from a variety of these folks to thinking that the CEOs, literally, unless they're forced to, are probably not going to spend money in this sector.
I can see that. What's intriguing, folks, is that, picture, like, when you're listening to the program right now, we're streaming out there, and we have two different clouds. And what we just set up this week is that we just set up different servers on another one just in case something happens to our main servers. And it was intriguing because I was talking to them, I'm saying to myself, well, now there's an expense there, but certainly not an expense as to if we were down. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, like, when you look at a security software like that for a large company, I can picture, it's almost like I can picture, like, if you're Amazon probably has some of the best secured servers there are. You know what I mean? So it's, interesting.
Yeah, but if you're Target, then your business is not technology, right? Your business is making sure that customers are happy and the aisles are clean and the bathrooms are cleaned every 30 minutes. And that's your business. If you're Amazon, really your business is the internet, right?
But that's my point. If you're Target, I'd go right to Amazon, and Amazon's very inexpensive to rent all their servers. And
yeah, a lot of people do. The problem is if you have technology that you don't want out there that other people could look at, right? If you're Lockheed Martin, you can't put your data on Amazon because
why not? The CIA puts their data on Amazon.
No, the Amazon has a contract with them. They are totally different machines in a totally different warehouse that is guarded by the CIA itself.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make them any safer.
I think. Well,
I'm just joking, man.
Yeah, okay. I can see there's two levels out here, but yeah, I see what you're saying. But you have to know whether or not your data can be looked at by other people, and that's why a lot of these bigger companies don't want an Amazon or a Google or a Microsoft having access to their data.
Sure.
Not only that, but of course there's always these issues where everybody's saying that you have to give us data from anywhere in the world because you happen to do business in our country.
Yeah, no doubt. You stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 19, Nasdaq's up 10, S&P's are down 4. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 19. Nasdaq is up 11. S&Ps are down 4.5. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White, and we got a slide up, and it's saying, "Where are my keys?"
Yes, everybody I think knows what Bluetooth is. They've either hooked to their car or a speaker or something with their handphone. There's something called Bluetooth Low Energy, which I kind of find a very interesting application. Tesla's basically approved or got an approval from the FCC and a patent for a key fob that literally you can track with your phone. So I've always I put my keys more than a few times in places I can't remember where they were.
Oh yeah, big time.
And I thought this was kind of one of the interesting things that innovators really do well, and Tesla is one of those. But very interesting to see this come through the last day or two. That was a key fob that had Bluetooth Low Energy in it. And if you don't know what low energy is, it's like a very, very low powered Bluetooth that could last a long time on the batteries that are already in your key fob.
Okay, cool.
And then you use something like your phone to go hunt the thing down.
That's a great device, man. Yeah.
I think now all I got to do is have my keys be able to find my phone.
Yeah.
Just the opposite side, because it falls between the seats and you forget it and everything else.
Well, the worst one is falling between the seats. There's no doubt, man. That's the trickiest one.
You go around the corner and you look over and it's gone. You think, oh, it's in my wallet or something.
Well, I think you know that it happens when you're doing it, but you're driving your car and you can't reach down, right? And then all of a sudden you forget 10 minutes later, and it's like, okay, man, where is it? Yeah.
One of the biggest things on Shark Tank was somebody that made it like a pocket that goes between the seats.
Okay.
So that when it falls down in this pocket. It doesn't go very far.
That's pretty wild, man.
It locks the seats. I thought that was weird too.
Data caps.
Yes, I talked a little bit about Verizon doing some horrible things to its customers earlier in the week.
Okay.
And a lot of these guys look like there's a lot of I haven't spent a lot of time looking at the charts, but they are acting like they are getting ready to have some real earnings pressure, because they're doing a lot of things that would not make them happy, would not make people happy with them as the customers. In the case of Verizon earlier this week, if you had Verizon Mobile, if there was a link in anything anybody sent you,
yeah,
it treated the entire email as spam.
Wow.
And they're just cutting off email and links so people don't use them. They said, well, a lot of people use spam, use links and spam. Therefore, all spam or all things that come out with links should be treated as spam. And the only reason they're doing that is to keep people from using more data. Now, Comcast, not a big deal for wireless, but wired Comcast, they're doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and that is they're starting to really roll out monthly data caps for home users. and they're going to be doing it in Virginia, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Louisiana. And it's pretty big. It's 300 gigabytes, but in some areas, it could be maybe half of that. And if you're people like me that watch a lot of YouTube videos or listen and watch TFNN every day, it's not hard to start rolling up some fairly significant data, especially if you got 3 or 4 kids in the house and they're all watching stuff. But I'm looking at this.
So let me ask you something. So how does this work? If you go onto YouTube, right? Let's say we go onto YouTube, because what happens, folks, is that YouTube stores all our videos, and you're watching YouTube, even though YouTube stores them, right? That still is on your bill, like when you because you download it from YouTube. Is that what would happen?
Yes, it's always
interesting. Okay,
it's always used against your account.
I got it.
Right?
Okay.
So
okay.
in this case, you got the 300 gigabytes per month.
Yeah.
Which I use about 500 gigabytes, so I would be well over this every month.
Well, you know, and what's interesting here, the Comcast folks, okay, you know, as Dave was saying, that these companies, you know, basically they have problems right now. They have revenue problems because all of us are going on a lot of different things than broadcast TV. Well, one of the biggest things we're going to see this weekend is just the hypocrisy inside Comcast and NBC, right?
Yeah, now, a lot of times, if you use their own apps, it doesn't count against you.
Right.
So they're using these things also to push you to their offerings instead of offerings from other folks themselves, too.
Right. So specifically, what I'm talking about, though, is that you have Donald Trump. He's going to host Saturday Night Live.
Oh, that's right.
That's NBC, folks, okay? Bottom line, Donald Trump got thrown off of the Celebrity Apprentice because he was saying that everyone from Mexico are rapists. Okay,
that's probably a little farther than he went, but yeah.
No, that's what he said. Well, he didn't say everyone. I mean, he's a creep.
There's
a
difference.
Bottom line is that he gets thrown off. What has happened, folks, is that the aspect of the not just NBC, CBS, ABC. The bottom line is that they make a fortune because Trump has brought so many people watching TV and they're getting huge amounts in commercials. But this is going to be the ultimate, and there's going to end up being suits about this because of the fact that it's supposed to be time for everyone if in fact you're running for office. So this is going to get interesting watching this whole thing shake out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking about equal time. If you have one candidate on, then the other candidate has to get on too,
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, well, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. To me, on a bigger picture, it's I'm just wondering how soon I get my Google Fiber, who they don't have any of these horrible caps out here. So
no doubt.
I'm hoping that I get something like that before it comes to my door out here.
Yeah. Windows 7 and 8.
Yes, we talked, I don't know, probably 4 years ago about the looming days at the end of Windows and the dates that are coming on. We do now have dates for Windows 7 and 8. They will not be selling them past February next year. So we're going to be a world where you can only get Windows 10 probably by February of next year's.
Man, they're going to be making a lot of money.
Well, again, if you buy a computer under $300, Microsoft gets nothing, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to continue that. Only if you buy a big computer over $300 does Windows get its normal licensing fee back. Of course, they're going to be spending a lot of time trying to figure out ways to get you to buy software and other things through new features that are going to be built in. I get them about every week. There's a new build with new features, and basically going to let these things get out and be tested by early adopters for about 3 or 6 months, and then one day you're just going to wake up and there's going to be a new feature on your desktop that gives them the opportunity to maybe make some more money off of you.
And they do, and I tell you, I like their new subscription-based deal, man. And what happens, folks, I don't know whether we're actually spending. I don't think we're actually spending more money, but we keep spending $99 like at a clip quite a bit. Do you know what I mean? Whether, and most of it is accounting software for Natalie. Do you know what I mean? Windows-based Word software. But it's at $99. It's a good deal. I think it's $99 a year or something, right? It's
$100 a year.
Yeah. You stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials right now. Let's see where she's at. We are at up 35. Nasdaq's up 17. S&Ps are down 2. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, don't forget, Dave got a great program every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter. Now, the way you test drive the newsletter, you come over to our website at TFNN, go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. The path of least resistance is right there. You can test drive it. 30 days, absolutely free. If you want an investment newsletter, at newsletters, go to the Tech Insider. That's an investment newsletter. Also can test that. 30 days, absolutely free. Dave's got a slide up here. Airbnb, San Francisco.
This week they had a vote on whether or not Airbnb really would be able to operate in their home city.
Yes, in San Francisco.
In San Francisco, and basically they fought off the efforts for everybody to get them out of business, at least in San Francisco.
Right.
But probably the more interesting thing to me is that, I talked a little bit about on my show, it used to be that tech companies didn't have anything to do with politics.
Right.
And now we've got Google, which is the biggest political donor on K Street in Washington, D.C. But Airbnb is starting a deal, especially with its local renters. And they're starting basically 100 of these home sharing political clubs in the top 100 markets in the United States next year. So they're really going to try to do their own kind of grassroots business plan. And I'm wondering if this is not going to be, not just them, but literally everybody is going to have their own political wing of their business anymore to do business, because everybody's got an axe to grind somewhere.
Well, I happen to think what they're doing is really cool, folks, but I'm prejudiced because we're in the short-term rental business. And I love the idea that Airbnb just told the politicians to go take a hike, okay? Now, what will happen is this, and this is real. So depending what city you live in, folks, okay, the bottom line is that short-term rentals inside cities make real estate worth more money, okay? So if you happen to be living in one of those cities, guess what? Do everything and anything you can do to go into the short-term rental business, because it's not going away. The hotel industry themselves are going to go crazy, okay? That's my take on it. And this is hitting them because I can tell you, the way that we price our products out, and I have, because I was in the airline business in 1980, if you stay on top of the short-term rental deal, you can go up and down on your rate so quick, it's unbelievable. And it works. It works in a big way. And your competition, I comp this always off hotels. I'm looking at hotels in our area, and we're at the beach, folks, and we're at a beautiful place to do this, okay? And there's certain cities that are beautiful to do this. So what ends up happening, wherever they're at, guess what? I'm going to go underneath that level. Our places are better than them. And this is here to stay. So when I saw this morning, Dave, I loved it. Because, the politicians, what happens, I don't know what happens in your city. In Florida, it's really cool. In Boston, it stinks. In Boston, folks, when I was up there doing rentals, all the politicians always want money, the unions want money, everyone wants money, okay? It's a shakedown. So large cities are shakedowns. I suspect in San Francisco, that's what that was all about, too. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure it was part of it. The question I was trying to figure out, I couldn't find any data on it, is just how much business, as you said, these bigger nationwide hotel chains.
I'd say they lose a lot, man. I'll get you the number that we pay in taxes, and we paid the last year. It's a lot of money, man. We pay, so each unit, folks, in Pinellas County, we register the unit, okay? But it's big money. It's for a very small company, it's big money, in the thousands.
I was just kind of wondering about, compared to Expedia or Priceline or these other ones that really make their money not off the airline fees, but on the hotels and car rentals.
Yeah, well, you can see what just happened. Expedia was so smart because they bought HomeAway. So what they did, folks, is this. So picture this. They just bought a huge hotel, and they didn't have to pay for the real estate, and they're going to make the same amount of money. Unreal. Dave, thanks so much, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Folks, thanks for being here. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Look forward to speaking right back here on Monday. Wow! Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.